Good afternoon, guys. It is Sunday 9th of July. I'm Essex Stitcher and this is my Flosstube channel where I talk about all my cross stitch life and yeah, just a bit of everything really. If you're new and you make it to the end of the video and you've liked what you've seen, please consider subscribing. And be much appreciated, and drop a comment below or say hi or thumbs up, whatever you want. So I'm just doing a quick video just to put an update out there. I apologise if this is the first one you're catching from me, because it's probably not going to be the best, because I've just realised I've messed up on a project and I had everything out. I don't know if you can, it's probably right behind me, yeah, all the cross stitch bits out. Made not bad progress. Went to move the hoop to make it a bit easier and realised I've not left myself enough space. Yeah. Luckily I'm not too far into it. But it's kind of one of those projects where I'm not sure whether actually I would restart it or not. So yeah, I don't know. We'll get to that. So I've got technically 2 new starts for you today. And then progress on one that will be a UFO now, and progress on my Emma Condon piece. So first new start is with the pregnancy, for anyone that doesn't know, I am 28 weeks pregnant, and I'd kind of not gone off stitching, but my energy levels with this pregnancy is just like rock bottom. They've sort of just started to come back, and then now I'm going to sort of hit in the 3rd trimester, so we'll see how it goes. But I wanted a small project that I could do at my desk in between work, so I went for this little Meerkat here for Dave's mum. Dave is my partner, for anyone that's new. She loves meerkats, so oh gosh, get back. Yeah, so I wanted something new, something small, something to keep my interest, and this is where I am so far. So I've not got too much to go. I've only really got the rest of the Christmas tree and Merry Meerkat, or Merry, what's it say? Merry Christmas. So this is all done on CXC threads. Focusing? Kind of. CXC threads on just a scrap piece of like a cremader 14 count that I already had in stash. I really like the little meerkat in him actually. I think once the back stitch goes in, he's going to look really cute. So I might do like a bit of a stitch with me when I do the back stitch on it, because I think it will make it really pop. It might be quite a fun one to sit there and film. And for anyone that knows me, like, I've UFO'd projects because it's got too much metallic threads in it. I bit the bullet and I went for the gold metallics in the Christmas tree for the tinsel. I was just going to do like a purple or something, and I was like, there's not much, let's just have a look. And actually I sold all my metallics and just found one gold left. So I'm using a DMC E382. Apologise that nothing is sort of focusing. I'm having to use my mobile phone because I tried filming this a couple of days ago on my new laptop, and it's not got a like a video recording app or anything on there. Like my desktop, I would just plug a webcam in, boom, I could just film. I don't have that on my laptop, so it's trying to find a program that will let me record, and I thought I found one, recorded a video, tried to upload it, and YouTube wouldn't have it, and I've tried changing the full mat of it, if that makes sense. And yeah, it still wouldn't have it, so we may just be stuck with this for now. Right, so the next one I've been working on is from my cross stitch from the heart, or cross stitch for the heart, and it is this piece here. So, in a world where you can be anything, be kind. I love these books. Emma Condon's one of my favourite designers. There's so many in here that that I love and would love to do. And I started this one not for anything in particular, maybe to go in either Poppy's or Baby's room. I'm not too sure. I'm really excited that there's a new cat one coming out in October. Definitely will get that. Perhaps a good Christmas present. And this is where I am. So I think since last time you saw it, I've filled in all of this pink here and this tree and most of this tree. So I've only got to finish the rest of this tree, which mirrors this one. So there's really not much blue left. Put in the brown, and then that's the top bit done. And then I start with weld here. So I like these pieces because you can just come in and I could come in and just say, do the W, you know, or a couple of letters and be like, okay, that's progress on that piece, and put it down, and it looks like progress as well. You know, some charts you get, they just don't, do they? Sometimes you feel like you're working at something for ages, and then, yeah, you just get no, no, it doesn't look like much has happened. Another technically new start for me is my Heaven and Earth, which is my freebie Egyptian Queen. Absolutely love her. Me and Dave just came back from Copenhagen, and we went to a museum out there that had an ancient Egyptian exhibition on at the time, and it was for the Pharaoh Akhenaten, which was Tutankhamun's dad, and husband to Nefertiti. So I like to kind of think that maybe that could be Nefertiti, you know, Egyptian queen. Could be Cleopatra, I guess, as well. Could be anyone, couldn't it? Could literally be anyone. But yeah, so originally this was going to be for my mum. But I quite like it, so I might keep it. I don't know. So I restarted this. So I got this far before. So this was a bit of a pyramid and the start of her hair. I don't remember how many stitches this was in, not a huge amount. And I love stitching heids. I absolutely love them. I love the designs, the detail, the colours in them. But I'm a slow stitcher and I don't get a lot of time to stitch. I'm up early with Poppy, do bits and pieces during the day. This is even like sort of before being pregnant. You know, we work full time. By the time I put Poppy to bed and I'm back downstairs again, it's sort of 8 o'clock at night. And I'm tired every night. So I don't stitch for long, and then of course the evening's the only time me and Dave really see each other, unless it's his day off during the week and I work from home, so we see quite a bit, but obviously we're working, so I'm still not stitching. So we're chatting and watching stuff and that, so yeah, I get distracted easily, but I love stitching them. So I bit the bullet and actually, and I've kept saying it for ages, and switched to tent stitch and gave it a go. And I honestly, now I'm like, why the hell didn't I do this like years ago? It's just, so this is how much I've done. This way. I was able to measure the fabric and still use the same piece, just turn it round. So I've got another Haid, Together We Stand, and I'm going to see if I can do that with the other piece. That one is for my stepdad, and that will go to him, and that's kind of like the eagles and the American flag in the background and stuff. But I didn't get very far in it, but I think I may have worked my way down perhaps a little bit onto the second row of pages. So it just depends on whether I've got that length. I love the width, but it just depends on whether I've got that length. So yeah, so this is how far I got. I think this is about 13 or 1400 stitches, and didn't take very long at all to do. I love my needle minder on this little Tudor rose. And actually, so I'm doing this on a 25 count 2/1, so I can loop start. And actually, when you look at it, I don't think you would know, unless you're a stitcher looking at it. You could probably up close you'd be able to tell, but yeah, like I don't think it's going to have any effect in the pattern. What am I trying to say? The effects of it and stuff like that. Like I don't think it's going to diminish any of the detail, which really excites me because I bought Amazing Animal Kingdom in April, and I really want to get a start on that as well. So I'm saving up for the fabric for that, and I will probably do a 25 count 1/1 on that as well. I did think about, because it's quite a size, about 28 count, but I mean, this is pretty small to begin with, so I don't really want to go much, like the count, 25 count with the holes and stuff. I don't really want to go much smaller than that, so I will probably stick to 25 count. I'll use my CXC threads. I'm using, I think mainly DMC with this at the moment, but that's just because it was been kitted up for so long. Everything else, I use my CXC threads now. I highly recommend them if you have not used them before. I have got a video of like an unboxing. I'm on like my second full set now. Potentially might need another. Oh, I don't think I need another set. I got a set for my birthday. I should have most of the colours for Animal Kingdom, I think. I desperately need to get some more bobbins though, so I can bobbinate some stuff. I'm like one of those weird people that I really like bobbinating. I love sitting there and just for ages. So you can get lost in it, can't you? Just repetitive motion. I love it. Right, and my piece that is now UFO is from the Cross Stitch Safari by Jane Netley Mayhew. Lovely books. I've got the other book, which has got like a black cover to it. And I was doing this lovely meerkat for mother-in-law. And I was working on his face up here. And yeah, this was hopefully going to be prepped for Christmas, or her birthday, I think, is in February. And luckily not got too far. Got to here. You can sort of start to see his face actually. That's sort of the eye, and come around for the nose. His ear was going to come down here. But this was getting quite close to the edge of the hoop, and I've still got his like ear to come out of this bit here. So I was like, okay, I'll just move it a bit more into the middle. And then unwrapped it and realised I got this big gap sort of here. And I was like, why have I done that? And yeah, when I measured from the top of the meerkat to the bottom of the fabric, I've not got enough space. I'm about 3 or 4 inches out, which is really frustrating. but I probably won't restart this one. It's a hell of a lot, look at it, of all the same colours, and although it looks nice, the shading is done well because there's no back stitch, so all that detail is done with shading. It's just going to be a bit of a boring stitch, so I think it's just going to be one that I would struggle with. And there's so many others in here that I would prefer to do, like this giraffe one I absolutely love. I'd quite happily start that one. The gorilla one is so cute. I've now got loads in my wish list on on Etsy. There's an otter one that I want to do on there. I think it's quite a well-known chart. I've seen quite a few people stitching it, and I can't think of the most recent person. I've got a chimp one. It's just gorgeous as well. But I think that originally you could get it with writing that said like, "I utterly love you," but they've got one that's got like 2 adults and then 2 babies, and they're just so cute. And when we were in Copenhagen, we went to their one of their big aquariums, and they had some sea otters there. I honestly could have spent all day looking at them and watching them. I had no idea how big they actually are. Like, I've only ever seen sort of like just normal river otters, I suppose, at zoos, and yeah, they're massive. Like, they're really big. I've seen there's a nice, well, I don't know if it's nice, but it's a Jurassic Park one that is says motherhood like a walk in the park, and then you've got like, it's in the Jurassic Park logo, which is really fun. There's some like retro poster designs for Hobbiton and Rivendell, Fangorn Forest. What else? Could I say Gondor, Mordor? From Hobbit, Lord of the Rings, which I love. So those I won't mind getting their full coverage as well. So tent stitch them to make them quicker. Trying to think what else. There's about 15 odd charts on there that I just absolutely love. I just was going through them. So yeah, so there's lots of other stuff. There's lots of stuff that I still need to finish. I'm kind of thinking I don't want to commit to anything too much now with the pregnancy, but maybe like a week, a month work on an older project, because nothing I've got at the minute is really, other than my Haid, is really sort of calling out to me. So, and I don't have the money to keep starting lots of new stuff. I'm running lower on fabric now, so I need to perhaps get on eBay and have a look for some more job lots or something. Stretch the leg. So yeah, so that's what I've worked on so far. I did work on European Bistro, but actually that's upstairs in my bedroom, and Dave's asleep because he's on nights. So I can't show you that, but I've not got very much of that done. Or much of that left, sorry. I've done quite a bit on it, so yeah, I'm pleased with the progress on that one. And that's about it really. Pregnancy is going well. We had the consultant on Friday. They're happy with the diabetes. It's diet controlled at the moment, which is fantastic because I want to try and, obviously an issue with the diabetes is it tends to grow bigger babies, and as Poppy was a C-section, this time round I really want to try and labour and birth. So because we're not having any more children, I don't want any more children after this. We've got one of each now, you know, and I'm 38. 39 in January, 6 months, and I'm gonna start living my life. Living my best life. You know, which sounds really harsh, but no, Poppy's at a really good age now. We can do lots of like fun stuff with her. You know, you can't really do that with babies, can you? Kind of just lay there. So yeah, I look forward to being able to get back to doing all the fun stuff again. And we want that. So yeah, plus money. Babies cost a lot of money. But yeah, anyway, I hope you all have a good time. It is quite hot here in the UK at the minute. We need a good storm. It was so muggy last night. Yeah, it's just a nightmare trying to sleep. I had to sleep at the foot of the bed, so I had the fan blowing on me last night, and then just wet a t-shirt and put that on, and that was the only way that I could keep cool. It was just like there was no breeze on, nothing. Like you just felt like you were just trying to catch your breath all the time. Probably because a small human is currently, you know, squeezing my lungs, but yeah. But that's it. That's all I've got. So it's quite a short one for me. At the minute, I'm gonna go and do some housework. Sort of done a little bit down here. Done the washing up in the kitchen. Done a bit of laundry. I hate housework. But I think what I'll do is I've tried to sort out a bit of Poppy's wardrobes, work out what clothes can go to charity shop and what needs to go into the bin, because of what's stained and stuff like that. And then I think I'm going to come back down, and I have a documentary, Ancient Egyptian documentary, and I'll either work on my Egyptian queen, or I've got 2 empty scroll frames. Not very big ones though, that's the problem. Sort of about 1.5 foot maybe wide. About 1.5 foot wide. So not very big ones, and I can see whether I've got any projects that I can go onto them. I do like the projects as being on the scroll frames because I can just grab them out. And I think that's the problem with some of the older ones that I've got, is that I take them off a hoop, and then they get folded up and they're put in their little bags, and then you just kind of like forget about them. Whereas if they're out and about and I haven't got to set the hoop up and find everything that I need to tighten the hoops and stuff first, I'm much more likely to just like, oh, I've got an hour, I'll get that out. So yes, hopefully next time you see me I would have worked on some older WIPS, have a bit more progress on for you. Should have a finish, but I say this every time. I should have a finish. I always say I'm going to have a finish, and then I never do. And yeah, I hope you all have a fantastic rest of July, and I will check in with you at the beginning of August. See you soon. Bye.